Welcome to Connect Books, where we understand that sometimes life gets in the way of reading every book we want to. That's why we offer quick and convenient summaries of popular and influential books, so you can stay current on the latest literary trends without committing to a full read. From timeless classics to modern bestsellers, our summaries give you an overview of the key points of each book, allowing you to easily grasp the main ideas and takeaways. So, if you are looking for an efficient way to learn about some of the most talked about books, Connect Books is the place for you. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel to support our mission of bringing the best of the book world to you. Join us on a journey through this book with Connect Books. Let's discover its insights and lessons together. The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. The Power of Habit: Why We Do What We Do in Life and Business is a book by Charles Duhigg, published in 2012. It examines scientific studies of how habits are formed as well as their influence in daily life. The book discusses the idea that habits can be changed and offers practical strategies for doing so. The book begins by explaining the concept of a habit loop, which consists of a cue, a routine, and a reward. The cue is a trigger that initiates the habit, the routine is the behavior itself, and the reward is the positive outcome that reinforces the habit. Duhigg uses examples from various fields, such as sports, business, and medicine, to illustrate how habits can have a powerful influence on behavior. One of the main ideas of the book is that habits can be changed by identifying the cue and reward, and then replacing the routine with a new behavior. This process is known as habit substitution. The book suggests that this can be done through small, incremental changes, rather than trying to overhaul a habit all at once. The book also discusses the role of habits in organizations and how they can be harnessed to create positive change. It examines how companies such as Procter Gamble and Starbucks have used habits to drive success and how individuals can use habits to improve their own lives. In addition to its practical advice, The Power of Habit also delves into the science behind habits, exploring topics such as the role of the basal ganglia in habit formation and the influence of social norms on behavior. Overall, the book provides a comprehensive look at the power of habits and offers practical strategies for changing them. The concept of a habit loop. The habit loop is a concept introduced in the book The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg to describe the process by which habits are formed. It consists of three parts: a cue, a routine, and a reward. The cue is the trigger that initiates a habit. It can be something external, like the time of day or a specific location, or something internal, like an emotional state. The routine is the behavior itself, the action that is taken in response to the cue. This can be a physical action, like brushing your teeth, or a mental action, like checking your email. The reward is the positive outcome that reinforces the habit. This can be something tangible, like a piece of food, or something intangible, like a feeling of accomplishment. The habit loop is a cycle that is repeated over and over. The cue triggers the routine, which leads to the reward, which strengthens the habit and makes it more likely to be repeated in the future. Understanding the habit loop can be useful for identifying and changing habits, as it allows you to identify the cue and reward and alter the routine in between. Here are a few examples of habit loops. Waking up and having a cup of coffee in the morning. Cue: waking up. Routine, making and drinking a cup of coffee. Reward, the caffeine and the warm, comforting feeling of starting the day with a cup of coffee. Checking email first thing in the morning. Q. Turning on the computer. Routine, opening and checking email. Reward, the satisfaction of being organized and on top of things, or the rush of adrenaline from responding to a pressing message. Biting your nails when you're stressed. Q. Feeling stressed or anxious. Routine, biting your nails. Reward, the temporary distraction or sense of control that comes from the physical action of biting your nails. Going for a run after work. Q. Coming home from work. Routine, changing into exercise clothes and going for a run. Reward, the feeling of accomplishment and stress relief that comes from exercising and the endorphins released during the run. Quotes, explanation and examples. Here are a few quotes from The Power of Habit and some explanations and examples to go along with them. 1. The difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do. This quote suggests that the actions you take on a daily basis have a significant impact on who you are and who you become. It emphasizes the importance of consistent, intentional action in shaping your identity and achieving your goals. For example, if you want to be a successful writer, it's not enough to just dream about it or talk about it. You need to actually sit down and write on a regular basis. This might mean setting aside a certain amount of time each day or week to work on your writing, or setting specific goals for yourself, such as writing a certain number of words or completing a draft of a certain length. By consistently taking these actions, you will be taking steps towards becoming the kind of writer you want to be. On the other hand, if you are not actively working towards your goals, it's unlikely that you will achieve them. Simply wanting something or thinking about it is not enough. You need to put in the work and take consistent action in order to make progress. So, the difference between who you are and who you want to be is largely determined by what you do on a daily basis. 2 habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. This quote suggests that small, incremental changes to your habits can lead to significant improvements over time. Just as compound interest accumulates and grows with time, small improvements to your habits can add up to big changes in your life. For example, if you start saving just $50 per month at a compound interest rate of 5%, after 20 years you will have saved over $20,000. Similarly, if you start exercising for just 30 minutes per day, you will see significant improvements in your physical health over time. 3. Willpower is a limited resource. This quote suggests that willpower, or the ability to resist temptation and make conscious choices, is not unlimited. It can be depleted by using it too frequently or for too long. This means that it's important to conserve your willpower by making good habits automatic and minimizing the number of decisions you have to make. For example, if you know you are prone to snacking on unhealthy foods, you might keep only healthy snacks in your house, so you don't have to use willpower to resist the temptation. 4. Small wins have enormous power, an overlooked and underestimated kind of progress. This quote emphasizes the importance of celebrating and building upon small victories rather than only focusing on big, dramatic changes. Small wins can provide motivation and momentum to continue making progress. For example, if you are trying to save money, You might start by making small changes like bringing your lunch to work instead of eating out, and then build on those changes by finding more ways to cut costs. 5. The most effective way to change a habit, therefore, is to diagnose the cue and the reward, and then create a new routine that delivers the same reward. This quote suggests that the key to changing a habit is to identify the cue and reward that are driving it, and then find a new routine that provides the same reward. This is known as habit substitution. For example, if you have a habit of snacking on unhealthy foods when you are bored, you might try substituting that habit with a healthier routine, like going for a walk or reading a book, which can provide the same sense of distraction or relaxation. Key lessons. 1. Habits have a powerful influence on behavior. Understanding the cue, routine, and reward of a habit can help you identify and change habits that are holding you back. 2. Small, incremental changes to habits can lead to significant improvements over time. This is because habits compound, just like compound interest. 3. Willpower is a limited resource, so it's important to conserve it by making good habits automatic and minimizing the number of decisions you have to make. 4. Small wins have enormous power and can provide motivation and momentum to continue making progress. 5. Habits can be changed by identifying the cue and reward, and then replacing the routine with a new behavior. This process is known as habit substitution. 6. Habits can be harnessed to create positive change in organizations as well as in individuals. 7. The science behind habits is complex and involves multiple areas of the brain, including the basal ganglia and the prefrontal cortex. Understanding this science can help inform strategies for changing habits. Conclusion. In The Power of Habit, Charles Duhigg combines scientific research with personal anecdotes to create a compelling narrative that teaches readers about the nature of habits. Through the use of engaging stories and his own experiences, Duhigg effectively communicates the key ideas and principles surrounding habits, making the book both enjoyable and informative. About author Charles Duhigg. Charles Duhigg is an American journalist and author best known for his book The Power of Habit, Why We Do What We Do in Life and Business. Duhigg is a staff writer at the New York Times, where he has written extensively on topics such as business, science, and technology. He has also contributed to a number of other publications, including The New Yorker, Fortune, and Esquire. Duhigg received his bachelor's degree from Yale University and his master's degree from the Graduate School of Journalism at the University of California, Berkeley. He has received a number of awards for his journalism, including the George Polk Award and the National Magazine Award. The Power of Habit is Duhigg's first book, and it has been widely praised for its insights into the science and psychology of habits. It has been a bestseller and has been translated into over 30 languages.